Hey Whovians, what's going on? So, as most of you probably know, 2 weeks ago my Doctor Who special got blocked on YouTube by the BBC, citing copyright violations and all that. And so today I have a abridged version of the episode that I'm hopefully going to be able to show to you without using the copyright claims that BBC had. But before I show you the episode, I have a little bit of a rant to give on the whole situation, and I've prepared some notes here. And as soon as I finish, I promise I'll show you the episode, or hopefully we'll show you the episode. So okay, here we go. First of all, I'm trying to figure out what I did that was so horrible that other YouTubers haven't done. Because when I was researching, clips and stuff for the show, I saw a lot of other YouTubers posting stuff, and they're obviously not, as far as I could tell, affiliated with the BBC, and they're still showing their clips, but obviously their videos are still up, and I don't know why BBC targeted me so fast. I mean, they were on top of me in like 3 hours is how long my video was up. So, obviously I did something horrible, but I just don't know what it was. And, I spent a month of my life, putting this video together because, I love their product. I love Doctor Who. And they repaid me by blocking the video. So, that's gratitude for you. And I'm not making any money at this show. I mean, this is all labor of love here because, this is what I love to do. I love to talk about movies and Doctor Who and, other things like that. So, I'm not, like, taking money out of their pockets or anything like that. And, I was promoting their show is what I was doing. And, I know BBC doesn't need my help to promote Doctor Who. I mean, they do a fine job of that on their own. But, I wasn't making fun of the show or anything, or... if I were like insulting Doctor Who or making a parody of it, I could see their reasons for, blocking me. But, what's a little free advertising to them? I mean, what's the big deal? And, also, and I think this is my final point, is this is not the first time that I've used third-party clips in my show. And whenever I use the third-party clip, this is what happens. I get a notice from YouTube saying that the people who own the material know that you're using their product, and they're going to allow you to use the product, but a advertisement window might appear during the video that you're playing for their product. And that's it. That's all that happens. So it's like last week, MGM sent me a notice saying that they know I was using their clips from Stargate SG-1, and they're gonna let it happen. We see you there using our product, but we're gonna let you keep using our product in your video, but we're gonna put up an advertisement during the video, perhaps. And that's all that happens. And every other situation where I use the third-party clip, that is the worst thing that happened. BBC is the only company who are being buttheads about the whole situation, and I just don't understand what their logic was in targeting me specifically, it seemed like, and me using their product. I mean, I think I did a pretty damn good job telling the history of Doctor Who in under 30 minutes. Thank you very much. So, it's just frustrating to me, how they handled that. But, that is it. That's my rant. I am stepping off my soapbox now. So, without further ado, here is the abridged Doctor Who EMoney's Reviews edition. So, I hope you guys enjoy, although not as much as you could have.
Exterminate! Exterminate!
Oh, hello, Whovians. Sorry to keep you waiting. It's just, I had a run-in with the Daleks just now, and it didn't go very well. But where are my manners? Would you like a jelly, baby? Oh, no. Look at that. It started already. Such a shame. I was going to show you all so many fun things today, in honor of the new season of Doctor Who on this Saturday. 50 plus years of Doctor Who history. Time Lords that you've seen in movies and telly that you didn't even know were Time Lords. Maybe I still will. But not like this. It's alright though. The moment has been prepared for. Well, Whovians, wish me luck. Legs, good. Hands, fingers, and ooh. New teeth. That's weird. So where was I? Oh, that's right. This Saturday is the season 9 premiere of Doctor Who, and today we have an all Doctor Who special in honor of that. We're going to take a look back at 50 plus years of Doctor Who history, and then a little later, I'll show you a few Time Lords that maybe you've seen around that you didn't even know were Time Lords. And then after that, a very special Who-ism. Yeah, that's right. Who-ism. But first, let's take a look at what we can expect in the season 9 premiere this Saturday. Allons-y. Oh, that is good. Come on, that 12th Doctor is brilliant. Not quite as good as I was, but still brilliant. Speaking of old doctors, how well do you know your Doctor Who history? With 50 plus years, there's a lot of it, even for a Time Lord. So if you want to be ready for the new season, Whovians, maybe you need a little recap. Take a little journey with me through all the timey-wimey. Oh, I always love a look back at the greatest hits. But did you know, I'm not the only Time Lord out there. I mean, we're all over the place. It's just some of us haven't fessed up to it is all. But the evidence is overwhelming. Here, let me show you what I mean. First up, the big guy himself, Santa Claus. Yeah, that's right, Time Lord. I mean, he flies around on this giant sleigh, although someone's told you humans that that's reindeer. Flying reindeer? Really? No, that's Time Lord technology. So is that magic bag that he carries all your gifts in. It is, after all, bigger on the inside. And then he hangs out with these elves. You think those boys are from Earth? And then, finally, he presumably delivers gifts to every child on Earth in one night. Come on, you don't think there's a little bit of wibbly-wobbly going on there? Next up, everyone's favorite nanny, Mary Poppins. Come on, you have to see this one. I mean, the first time you lay eyes on her, she's riding an anti-gravity umbrella. And then you see that her handbag is obvious Time Lord technology, bigger on the inside. And then you see that she speaks every language like I do, speaking to dogs and birds like she does. And then she takes the children to another planet where everything looks like a cartoon to their eyes. And lastly, she has a low-level telepathic ability, lulling those kids to sleep like she does. I mean, come on, obvious Time Lord. Then you've got this man after my own heart, Willy Wonka. Now, it doesn't get much more obvious than this. He's eccentric, like some Time Lords are. He has technology far beyond anything you humans have in this era. I mean, he uses it to make candy, but alright. He has these tiny happy creatures that he calls Oompa Loompas. obviously aliens, and then most compelling of all, the Wonkavator, his TARDIS in disguise. How did you humans not see that? Lastly, and probably the most obvious one of all, James Bond. How many of his regenerations did you humans see, and most of you didn't catch on? In fact, you know his Gallifreyan name. You've seen him. Razalin, one of the members of the High Council. Here's what happened. For some reason, Razalin and a team of other Time Lords came to Earth to join Her Majesty's Secret Service. Now why? Who knows? Maybe they heard me talk about you humans so much that they wanted to see what all the fuss was about. But Razalin regenerated several times during his time on Earth, as did his other team members, the Time Lords that you know as M, Q, and Miss Moneypenny. Razalin even had his own Time Lord nemesis, like me and the Master. I mean, how many times did you see Blofeld regenerate? Then, during Razalin's fourth Earthbound life cycle, he was called back to Gallifrey at the onset of the Time War. Razalin served on the High Council for the long duration of the war. Then, just before Gallifrey was destroyed, he and the rest of his team escaped back to Earth, but most, including Razalin, were forced to regenerate. But after settling into the new bodies, they resumed their duties on Her Majesty's Secret Service and have been doing so ever since. See? Brilliant. Well, that does it for other Time Lords. Now let's move on to today's Who-ism. And today's Who-ism is called Behind the Sofa Viewers. And what this means is when young viewers hide behind the sofa during frightening images of their favorite show, but don't want to miss the entire program. This term was first coined in the early days of Doctor Who, when young viewers watched from behind the couch during some of the show's more frightening scenes. Sorry about that, kids. No, really. I am sorry. I am so sorry. Well, that just about does it for this episode. Thanks for joining me on this adventure through time and space. I don't want to go, but I have a score to settle with you down.